Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. There goes my camera. Well, yeah, I'm not going to use my camera much today anyway because I touched something I wasn't supposed to. I don't know what it is though, so I can't not touch it again. But I'm still swollen. It sucks. But everything, if I feel fine, just drowsy from the medicine. We got one of the most enjoyable pro se cases today that I have seen in a while. So it's going to be a good morning. We're gonna spend it with Judge Fish. Here we go.
I can and can't say.
I most assuredly can. That's exactly what I do for a living, is tell people what they can and can't say in here. That's my whole job.
Freedom of speech.
Okay. Good luck with that, Mr. Conger.
Why am I not allowed to say anything that goes against what you're talking about?
Because it's not relevant.
Because it's not a fair trial. I don't want to hear that.
It's not relevant
It's not a fair trial, obviously.
State, would you please set a record for Kevin Conger?
Yes, this will be State of Indiana versus Kevin Conger, 64D01, 2512 F5, 1384, 64D01, 2512 F6, 13445. Defendant is present in custody. Pro se, State is represented by Deputy Prosecutor Hammer. We were here on a motions hearing, Your Honor.
All right. It looks to me like the state filed an amended information in F6 13445.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Conger, I need to go through this with you.
Yeah.
First, I'm required to advise you of your various rights in this matter. You have the right to hire an attorney to represent you. You have the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you if you cannot afford an attorney. You have the right to a public and speedy trial by jury, and you have the right against self-incrimination. That means you cannot be forced to make any statement or testify against yourself at any hearing or trial held in this matter. Understand those rights as I've just gone through them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand them.
Okay, so this is the invasion of privacy and intimidation case,
Yeah.
and they revamped this a little bit. Count one now is invasion of privacy, a level 6 felony. It states that, and it's really a difficult draft for the courts, but it states that you violated a protective order contrary to statute where you have a prior unrelated conviction for an offense under the same section. And do you understand the allegations related to the invasion of privacy case?
Yes. Yes, I understand all that. I understand everything, sir.
Okay, let me go on to the next one, sir.
I ain't trying to discuss anything before trial.
I understand. I just want to make sure you understand it's charged as a level 6 felony, which carries a possible sentence of 6 months to 2.5 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. You understand that?
Most of the time we beg people not to talk about their case. This guy keeps shouting how he was not talking about his case before trial. So this guy's better. He's better than the normal ones.
I always thought it was 2 years.
It's 6 months to 2.5.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then count two is intimidation, a class A misdemeanor. And this one alleges that you communicated a threat to kill Virginia Conger with the intent that, that she be placed in fear of retaliation for a prior lawful act. So the prior lawful act would be that she wouldn't allow you back into her house. Do you understand the allegations in count two?
I understand what that means. Yes, sir.
Okay. And a class A misdemeanor carries a possible sentence of up to a year in jail and up to a $5,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And as required by statute, the court will enter a preliminary plea of not guilty for you on counts 1 and 2. And we're set for trial on this case next week. The only thing, as far as I can tell, this changes is that they switched it because it's a protective order rather than a no contact order. Is that right, State?
That's correct, Your Honor. It says protective order in the information or the PC, Your Honor. I was just, for the ease of the court and for clarity, making it consistent between the two documents.
So it doesn't change anything that was in place before, except it cleans up that sort of scrivener's error they had related to the NCO versus the PO. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, Mr. Conger, I got your request for a couple different things that was filed with me, was received 2 days ago. And you wrote me a letter. You included a list of potential witnesses.
Yeah.
Last time you were here, I mentioned I would need to have their addresses to be able to serve subpoenas on them. And normally you would just prepare a subpoena and give that to me, and I would then give that to the clerk, and the clerk would make sure it gets served. I mean, we are definitely running out of time here to make sure we get these subpoenas served. I can't serve them the way that you provided them to me because I don't have information, and I'm not like a private detective. You know,
That's fine. Whatever happens, happens. But I don't know how I'm supposed to have anybody's address. I don't know how anybody else supposed to have anybody's address that's supposed to go to trial anyways. I don't know how anybody else that goes to trial is supposed to just know anybody's address. But that's fine. No, whatever happens, happens. I ain't trying to listen to nobody tell me how to dress. I'm trying to dress the way I want, which was stick with my white clothes if I had to, which is heaven sent from this girl I was talking to. I plan on going on with my plans with if I plan on sticking with my plans if I beat this trial.
I understand, Mr. Conger, as long as you're not trying to wear jail garb.
Unless she has something different in mind for me, but otherwise I plan on sticking with my white clothes.
You don't plan to wear jail garb then? Like you're not going to come dressed like you are today, correct?
No.
Okay, good. Because I think that'd be a problem. Okay.
I don't even like submitting. I don't even like writing my motions of evidence to you guys, but I guess I have to. Here's one last letter.
Well, you've given me a lot of things that I have to go through as well.
Yeah.
So just make sure that we can get through this. It's going to take a few minutes.
I have one last letter for. I guess I had to. So there's one last letter, motion of evidence.
Okay. You said you wanted the results of the test results for methamphetamine.
Yes, sir. I do. They arrested me for some fake methamphetamine that don't even get you high or nothing. And I know it was fake. And
Hold on now.
drugs are a thing of the past anyways.
So none of your charges have anything to do with drugs.
It's in the habitual enhancement.
Okay, V. I don't think he's high right now. I think from a long history of drug use, that's just him. But that's just what I think. I'm not a doctor. I didn't test him.
Yeah, with habitual.
Right, but those convictions are already of record.
Well, why did I get a habitual enhancement paper then that says you're trying to charge me with habitual enhancement and stuff like that?
Well, the state filed the habitual offender enhancement. I went through that with you last time. Those convictions are already in place.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Here it is. So if you have convictions there where you think those were based on evidence that was improper or was insufficient, something of that nature, I mean, you would have to bring that and attack that judgment through either the post-conviction relief process, or you would have had to file an appeal. You know, something like that would have to have gone on. But those convictions are already of record. Like, yeah.
So, well, I might still want that because to show proof that you guys keep. I think I might still want that to show proof you guys keep putting me in the jam for no reason and it's unnecessary. So I might want to bring that up anyways because you guys keep looking for stuff and put me in the jam on purpose. Looking real hard for stuff, trying to put me in jam on purpose.
Yeah,
I might want that anyways. Just bring that up, just to show what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Mr. Conger, you may want it, but as part of my gatekeeping function for evidence, I would have to make a determination as to whether that evidence is relevant. And I'll tell you, any evidence about methamphetamines in this case is not relevant to anything that you've been charged with in either one of these two cases.
It is relevant when you guys keep bringing up fake charges on me and stuff like that.
Another thing, Mr. Conger, that's going to be important, when I rule on something, you can make a record, right? And make a record like what you just did, but you can't argue with me about my rulings. When I rule, that's my ruling, and then if you don't like it, you take it up with the appellate court. Okay?
Well, I'm not trying to bring drugs or nothing up. It's a thing of the past, anyways. But it's just
I'm glad to hear
just
that.
so
I'm glad to hear that. I just want you to understand how things work. Okay?
yeah.
Okay. Now, let's see. X-rays from Officer Moore. What's that about?
I don't know why you're asking me that. I need to see X-rays if he's accusing me of breaking it. There's no footage on the evidence tape. Felony level 5. They're trying not to show pictures, or they ain't trying to show footage. There's no footage or nothing, or there's no pictures on the evidence because they got me in a lake. They got me in an ankle lock. I really ain't trying to discuss this before trial, but they had me in an ankle lock for like
Mr. Conger,
trying to break my leg and stuff like that, and that's why they don't have footage.
if the state has X-rays from Officer Moore, they should have already given those to you.
I sent him the photos of it was included in discovery multiple times. Again, on February 10th and prior to that as well.
So he's saying you already have these X-rays.
No, he's lying, man.
Mr. Conger, you can't accuse a prosecutor of lying.
I don't have no X-rays, man. I don't want to hear that shit, man. I need my.
Do you have the discovery here in front of you? You also can't use the word shit in the court.
Your Honor,
That's unacceptable, sir.
Do you have a CD-ROM drive?
Yeah. Judy, there's one on my desk.
What is a CD-ROM
right
drive?
inside.
What is
It's
that?
on my little
Is that
computer
new?
box.
You mean my drink
CD-ROM.
holder?
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm going back in time.
Sure this.
I need to talk to his nurse too. I need his nurse subpoenaed.
And I think you really are allowed to say the
Mr.
prosecutor
Conger,
is lying.
If you don't have the name of the nurse that you want subpoenaed and their address, and somebody that you worked with, somebody you plan to call, then I can't help you.
I don't believe that.
Well, it's true.
How am I supposed to have that information, sir?
I told you when you decided to represent yourself that you were going to be held to the same standard as a lawyer. Remember that?
Am I supposed to guess her address or something?
Maybe you get on the internet because I know you've got access to the law library at the jail. Maybe you do a Google search. Maybe you figure out what their address is.
No, man.
Well, that's how everybody else in the free world does it.
Nah, that's wrong, man. That's wrong, man. You know you're wrong, man.
No, Mr. Conger, I believe I'm
wrong,
absolutely right in every respect in that regard. If I was going to look for a nurse's address and I knew their name and what hospital they worked at or what medical facility they worked at, I would put that into Google. It would give me an address.
Just like you trying to say I already have X-rays. I don't have no X-rays. I never got sent no X-rays. I need X-rays. Try to tell me I already got X-rays. Get out of here with that, man.
Hey, Mr. Conger, just because there's silence doesn't mean you need to fill it up with your speech.
Just trying to make me look like a fool. That's all you're trying to do. He's known for
Baltimore's injuries.
He's known for people throwing wrenches at him, not dodgeballs.
Oh, it's okay. There's only 4 pictures here. That's a photo. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Conger, you've never seen this picture before? See that picture up on my screen? What's it say on there? Windows K?
He would definitely be in contempt by now. You're right.
Officer Moore's nurse is relevant to the trial. You need to have her here. That's your responsibility.
It's not my
Yeah, it
responsibility
is, man.
to come up
I
with
wrote
her
her down
address
on the
for you.
list. Wrote
Mr.
her
Conger.
down on the list. That's your responsibility. Bring her here.
You have to
I
have
don't care,
an
I don't
address.
care what you say, man. That's
Well, you better
ridiculous.
start caring what I say, Mr.
I don't
Conger.
care what you say, man. It's ridiculous.
You're going to be held in contempt here in a minute. Do you want that? You understand what direct contempt is?
I ain't gonna answer that.
Well, you're going to answer. Do you understand what it is or not? You understand what direct contempt is, Mr. Conger?
I ain't do nothing, man.
Well, I just want you to understand that if you continue to be with the court and continue to disrupt the proceedings and delay the proceedings, we have a lot to go through this morning. We only have an hour on the calendar. I can hold you in contempt, and you can be sentenced to 6 months in jail on my contempt finding. Do you understand that? Did you say yes? Say it loud into the microphone so I can hear you, sir. Go on.
Yeah, I understand.
Thank
man.
you. Have you ever seen that picture before?
Nope. No, I haven't.
Okay.
Probably a fake document. I don't see nothing broke.
If this is how he's behaving in a courtroom where you would think you're on your best behavior,
Seen this before?
then how does he behave outside of the
I
courtroom?
don't believe that, man.
I don't think they're trying to convince you, Mr. Conger.
How do I know that's Officer Moore?
I'm sure he's going to sit up here and tell us it's him.
Yeah.
He's dead at her door now.
Oh, it gets better. He does not get contempt. I'm just telling you now because I sat on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was uncomfortable.
I'm pretty sure that somebody else is not Officer Moore. Why are you not trying to include the evidence on why aren't you trying to include the footage on felony tape level 5?
Oh, I wish. I wish.
He's the footage shows he got me on an ankle lock and police brutality. He's trying to snap my leg and shit, stuff like that.
Look, Mr. Conger, I'm just trying to print these off for you so you can have them.
Yeah.
I'm having some problems with my printer. So I'm going to hand this off to my staff. Oh, here's going to go.
Yeah, I need those. I never got those. How do I know it's Officer Moore's X-ray, not someone else's?
I'm not sure how that's going to come in, sir.
Yeah, you could have made those off anybody.
See, that happens to me all the time. I have to look for Bren's comments on the live feed sometime. I just miss them. They're just not here. It's YouTube. I just had a question, and now I can't remember what it is, so forget it. Sorry I paused.
Hey, Mr. Conger, I'm just the judge. I don't make anything from anybody.
Yeah.
I
ain't worried about it, man. All right, fake documents. Just like that fake methamphetamine you arrested me for.
Hey, Mr. Conger, I already talked with you about that. There's no reason to continue bringing it up.
I remember my question. Did they say what part of the body he broke on Officer Moore? He broke his arm, he broke his leg, he broke his wrists.
A lot to get through this morning.
Well, I need that because it's relevant.
You need what, sir?
The methamphetamine now.
A few minutes ago, I ruled on that. And I also mentioned that when I rule on things, you make your record and you accept my ruling. And if you have a problem with it, you bring it up at the appellate level. Do you understand me, sir? Because I'm not going to repeat that again. I'm going to hold you in contempt. Do you understand that? Mr. Conger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's hard to break a leg. I could see that, Linus. His heart. He broke Judge Fish's heart, too.
I don't have color photos either. I don't have a color printer, sir. So you're going to have to do the best you can with the black and white ones here.
It's all right, Judge. They're x-rays. So he's going to be fine.
It's my problem, just like everything else.
Well, like I mentioned, back when you decided you're going to represent yourself, you are held to the same standard as an attorney. An attorney would have received this information from the state and discovery, and they would have.
I need his nurse here to cross-examine.
What's that?
I need his nurse here to cross-examine. I don't know how I'm supposed to know her address. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right, Mr. Conger. There's the x-rays. I'll note in the record that the court presented you copies of the x-rays of Officer Moore in open court. Test results for the marijuana pipe would not be relevant, so I would deny any request for a test results for a marijuana pipe.
I think the meth doesn't count. It's not relevant because the prosecutor didn't charge him with meth. The police might have said it. They might have confiscated the pipe or whatever, but I don't think the prosecutor actually charged him with that, so it's not relevant.
Would you like to make a record, sir?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And a lawyer from Texas. What's that about?
My dad hit me with a bat, and I went to jail. I had video proof. I had video proof. He said if I stayed in, I have video.
What's
proof.
that? Let me cut you off because we don't have a lot of time left. What's that have to do with resisting law enforcement here in the Porter County Jail?
This is proof you guys just look hard for stuff to arrest me for no reason.
What's it have to do with the invasion of privacy charge and the intimidation charge against, I think it's your mom?
Because it's proof they just make stuff up. They just make stuff up and they go hard. They look hard for stuff to make up so they can just throw me in jail. And it goes along with that. I got video evidence.
Mr. Conger, I'll find that the lawyer from Texas is irrelevant.
He's relevant because I showed him footage of what my dad did. And if he even told me, since I showed him footage of what happened, that if I stayed a little longer in jail, he would have had that case thrown out because my dad hit me with a bat and I went to jail.
As I mentioned before, Mr. Conger, if you've got an attack on any judgment related to the habitual offender enhancement, you would need to bring that either as a post-conviction relief or you would have had to have appealed that back when you were convicted of it. And if neither one of those things has happened, when this trial comes around next week, there's not going to be anything I can do to help you. Okay? You can't attack the judgment in the habitual offender case. All right? All right. So I'm
All right. All right. So what Judge Fish is doing right now, he is going through every single person this man put on his list of witnesses. So he has to make sure that the list of witnesses are good from both sides. But he doesn't have all the information he needs from this guy for a bunch of his witnesses, like their name. This guy doesn't have his name or their address. This guy doesn't feel like he should have to provide the address, because who knows addresses nowadays. So the judge has to go through each of the people that he puts down on his witness list right now, and other pre-trial things. That's what we're trying to get through.
assuming your mom's going to be here because she's the witness in the invasion of privacy case. There's no reason for us to try to get a subpoena for her. The state's already going to have her under subpoena.
Right.
What about Frank Conger, the dad?
There was nothing in the discovery that warranted his.
Okay. I don't have Frank Conger's address. If you want Frank Conger to be subpoenaed for this trial, you need to give me his address. Okay? It's that simple. I'm not going to be your private detective. I'm not going to do it. It's not my job. You have to come up with that stuff. That's your job. Representing yourself.
How am I supposed to know the nurse's address for Officer Moore? How am I supposed to know that? I don't even think her name's listed in Discovery. How am I supposed to know that?
Well, if she's not listed in Discovery, that means the state doesn't plan to call her either. So,
yeah.
All right.
So
Officer Moore himself, I'm sure, will be here to testify. Is that correct, State?
Correct, Your Honor.
So you ain't trying to give me a fair trial, then, is what you're trying to say.
Oh, Mr. Conger, what I'm doing is holding you to the standard I told you I would hold you to when you decided to represent yourself. Do you remember that when we had that Feretta hearing and I went through a whole list of information with you? Had you sign off on a waiver where you said you understood that you'd be held to the same standard as a lawyer? Do you recall that?
If Officer Moore's nurse, his name.
Do you recall that, Mr. Conger?
I didn't sign no paper.
Well, maybe I didn't have you sign the waiver, but I certainly went through it with you.
I'm not waiving my rights. I know that.
I'm sorry, sir?
Not waiving my rights.
Well, you waived your right to be represented by counsel. You most assuredly did.
I didn't sign no paper for that. No, I didn't.
Well, we went through it on the record then if I didn't have you sign a paper, but I showed you a paper.
Yeah.
Let me see if you did sign a paper.
Your Honor,
It just proves you just let things go how you want it to. That's what it proves. No matter what I say and do, it's all how you want it to go. It ain't nothing I say or do is gonna work.
Hey, Mr. Conger,
I don't really care.
I've gone over and above trying to help
It's just
the situation here.
Just
So,
proof you ain't trying to give me a fair trial. That's what it is.
all right, you've got 51 witnesses on here. We have to go through each and every one of them. You understand that? So you should simmer down and let's go through all this.
Officer Moore's nurse.
Officer Moore's a nurse. If you don't have her name and address, I'm not going to get her a subpoena. That's the last time I'm going to talk about it. If you bring it up again, I'm going to hold you in contempt. All you're doing is continuing to delay the
I don't
proceedings.
care, man. Whatever, man.
All you're doing is continuing to delay the proceedings. I don't have time. We have another.
Oh, Alan, how long are you there for? That's amazing. You have to speak with a lisp when you're in Spain. They speak with a lisp.
45 witnesses to talk about. Who's Chris? You put officer arrested me on scene. Both officers.
Yeah.
I can't subpoena
Yes, I feel better.
officers who arrested you on scene without their names. Okay, that would have been in the charging information if they're witnesses for the state.
It's not hard to look up, sir.
Well, then you should look it up, brother, because it's not my job. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Officer who arrested you on the medical scene, number 2. I don't have their name and address either. Chris Poor?
Yeah.
Who's that?
My sister's boyfriend.
And what would Chris Poor have to say?
I don't know. He just tried to get me fired from work and tried to get me fired from work, throw me in jail, and sabotage my relationship, stuff like that.
How's that going to help you at trial?
It's proof they try and throw me in jail on purpose, man.
Mr. Conger, if you get Poor's address, we'll get a subpoena out to him. What about Carla Williamson? Who are they?
It's my aunt in Texas. She's trying to throw me in jail all the time, also. That's pretty much what it is. All these witnesses.
Okay. What would Ms. Williamson have to add?
Miss Williamson. I was out in Texas. She threw me in a mental hospital for no reason, trying to sabotage my relationships, trying to throw me in jail. So she sabotaged my life and shit.
Ms. Williamson's evidence would not be relevant to the 2 trials that you have set for next week. I would decline. I would deny Williamson. It's Jose Hurley.
Jose Hurley. That's my cousin.
Monica Bobby?
And what would they have to add?
Monica Bobby, were they in cars? Kelly, thank you so much. Thank you.
He tries to throw me in jail too. They all try to throw me in jail.
Was Mr. Hurley involved in this invasion of privacy or intimidation case? What about the battery on a police officer case?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'll say that's not relevant either. What about Seth Gunter? Who's that?
Just say that's not relevant.
Okay. Easy enough. If you withdraw Gunter, what about Robin Williams? Who's that?
Inmate. I was in A6 with. They
tried. You a witness to the incident with the officer in jail?
No, but they dress and drag and shit like that, man, and they're trying to ruin my life. So
Robin Williams is.
Yeah.
Well, usually you want to have witnesses here who'll help your case, not people who would ruin you. You understand that? Do you want Williams to be here?
With the caption that says, "Well done." I think when he said Robin Williams, he meant Robin Williams. I think. And you'll see why I think that later. But I think the person he just tried to call was Robin Williams.
But sure.
What's the relevance, sir?
He's dressing in drag and stuff like that, and then you guys are bringing me here for no reason, man.
All right, so that has nothing at all to do with these cases. So that is not relevant. I will not allow Williams. What about?
You want to know why? My mom told me before she's trying to teach me a lesson or something, and the lesson is her grandpa her dad.
Mr. Conger, we need to stick with the program here, which is getting through 51 witnesses.
Say what I'm going to say. Her dad made her hang out with the gay community and stuff like that. So that's why she keeps having me get arrested and trying to ruin my life and stuff like that.
That has nothing at all to do with either one of these cases, correct?
Yeah, it is, man.
It doesn't. Who's Tim Hogan?
Never mind, man.
You just want to withdraw Hogan? You want to withdraw Hogan?
Yeah.
What about Rodney Hatchett? Who's that?
Just never mind, man.
We'll withdraw Hatchett as well. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What about Mike Dolahite?
Never mind, man.
We'll withdraw Dolahite.
Yeah.
Georgina Santiago.
Never mind.
You want to withdraw Santiago as well?
Yeah.
Emily Rogers.
I just know the Smashing Pumpkins wrote a song about me and stuff like that. Spying on my radar, stuff like that. That's why I got that down.
Mr. Conger, let's stick with what we have to accomplish here today. Who's Emily Rogers?
Never mind, man.
We'll withdraw.
I would be a fantastic witness if you paid me enough. I would say just what you want if you paid me enough.
Emily Rogers?
Like $20 at least.
What about Justin Conger? Who's that?
You can bring him. That's my brother.
What's he going to testify about?
I want to see what he has to say about all this too.
Is he a witness to the incident with your mother?
Yeah, he could be. Yeah, he is.
Was he there?
Yeah, he's my brother. Yeah.
Are you calling Justin Conger?
No, Your Honor, he was not there based on state's discovery.
Well, he lives in the house and he knows what goes on.
Okay. What about Janelle Conger? Janelle?
You can bring her too. I'll question her too.
What's she going to testify about?
I don't know. She knows what goes on in the house. I could question her.
Was she going
For
to
$50, I'd get my lines right the first time.
testify about the same stuff Justin's going to testify about?
I don't know. She can I'll probably, yeah.
Well, I can't have what's called cumulative testimony.
All right.
So if they're both going to testify about the same thing, pick the one you like the best.
Justin.
Okay. We'll withdraw.
Always take my advice.
Jill,
always.
Nick Ramos.
Just, he put a false charge on me for I got evidence in my property. He put a false charge. He had me go to Lake County for no reason.
What's that have to do with the invasion of privacy or the battery on a law enforcement officer case?
He damaged my phone, which is in my property, and I went to jail again for no reason.
What's that have to do with these trials coming up next week?
Because I keep coming to jail for no reason.
I'm going to say that Nick
can't handle
Ramos
this
is
guy.
also not relevant. What about Marvin Claiborne?
Just never mind, man.
Withdraw Marvin Claiborne.
I just need Officer Moore's nurse.
What about, so you want to withdraw the rest of these?
Yeah, I just need Officer Moore's nurse. I need the 2 officers that arrested me on scene. I need the office guy at the homeless shelter.
Okay, so you do want Tim McGraw.
Yeah, Tim McGraw.
What's he going to testify about?
I wasn't trying to discuss any of this stuff before trial, but
I ain't got no
Tell me what he's gonna
$50.
testify about, or I'm not
You don't take my advice. I just looked. I didn't get no $50.
going to expend any resources at all.
he tried to hold on to my key, which I'm supposed to be the only one responsible to hold on to my key. They was trying to steal my stuff, like always.
What's that have to do with the trials you have set next week?
Trying to steal my stuff so he could ruin my reputation and shit like that. And they was trying to throw me in jail once again, man. They was trying to throw me in jail once again, man.
But that's not relevant. You understand that you understand that aside from the habitual offender case, which doesn't occur until after the other cases, nobody's going to talk about your criminal history.
I say all those are relevant, but you can do what you want, man. I don't care. Man.
McGraw's not relevant. I'm not.
All those witnesses are relevant, really. Writing songs about me.
Did you say all the witnesses were?
Yeah.
So let me just go down to one here that was interesting to the court.
He's going to go down to the one that was interesting to the court. The prosecutor's going to help him, and they both pick different names because there are too many interesting ones.
36 and 36A.
No.
No, it's not that.
The Undertaker? Is that from pro wrestling?
Yeah, I was just talking to him, man.
What about
Got me wearing a Sin shirt as a kid and stuff like that.
DMX?
Wrote a song about me saying I'm gonna act a fool and lose my mind and stuff like that.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Write songs about me. Smashing Pumpkins, spying on my radar. All those witnesses are relevant, really. I really need all of them.
Yeah, none of these witnesses are relevant, Mr. Conner.
Whatever, man.
So
That's why I think it might be Robin Williams that he tried to call. Maybe he knows a Robin Williams. I don't know. But this part right here made me think that what he set up there was the Robin Williams.
I really need all of them, but you're going to do whatever you're going to do. So, it's all good. Why is he writing songs about me like that then? Why is The Undertaker...
all I know, Mr. Conger, is that it's not relevant to the proceedings.
Why is The Undertaker having me wear a Sin shirt? Trying to get me to participate in some gay shit.
I don't know, Mr. Conger, but if you've got homophobia or whatever. That's not a
Yeah,
relevant
you got
issue.
me in
Oh,
jail
yeah.
with people with no moral stuff like that.
Mr. Conger, so what I came up with is that I would allow Chris Poor and Justin Conger. So you've got until the end of business tomorrow, which is Thursday, to get me their addresses. And then we'll get subpoenas out to them. But if I don't have their addresses by the end of business tomorrow, then I can't do it.
Yeah,
So that is the requirement.
by tomorrow, huh?
End of business tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever,
So
man.
you can pass that off to the jail through the library and they'll get it to us by fax or whatever. So it can be expedited. But that's the best I can do.
Whatever, man.
Hey, Mr. Conger, I don't like your attitude.
If my boss had
And like
a
I said,
nickel
Virginia
for every time she had to say that to me, she'd have a nickel.
Conger's already going to be here. Moore's already going to be here.
Yeah.
All right.
Need the 2 officers that arrested me. The office guy at the homeless sub.
I've got the state's proposed jury instructions. I haven't had a chance to look at those yet, but I will take a look at those.
Your Honor, just for your clarification, they're going to be identical in both cases. Just make the court aware.
Well, they can't.
Oh, not jury instruct. Sorry, I thought you meant motions in limine. I
Can't be
apologize.
identical in both
You
cases.
gonna have the footage for me in the level 5 felony tape?
What?
You gonna have the footage of what happened for me? I sent that as a motion for evidence. They tried to leave the footage out.
Does he have the video?
Yes, we gave it to him on that same disc. that
No,
you
they
printed
don't
up
have no
photos. We gave
pictures
it-
on there, and they left the footage out. They tried to leave.
We've given it.
They leave
Oh,
it. They left the footage out because they got police brutality on there.
Your Honor, we've given it to him twice.
That's okay. I understand you've given it to him twice. Let's have him watch it right now.
It don't.
You can't get me the timestamps? I'll download
Yeah,
it on
see?
the desktop.
See, he's hesitating, man.
He's not
had
hesitating. He's concerned that because my computer doesn't have a good GPU, that it's going to bog down the system.
No, he's just making an excuse, man. I need to see that footage, man.
I'm going to play it right now, Conger.
Making excuses, man.
He did have a FREDA hearing. He did, and he passed it. He said he understood what the judge does, what the jury does. He understood that he's going to be held into the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I say that all the time too. I try to tell people I'm a freaking delight. But I think if you say it, it means less.
What is it? The restraint chair check?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to save this to my desktop. Yeah, I can't save it.
Is the Undertaker relevant? He got me wearing a cinch shirt.
He's most assuredly not relevant.
Trying to get me to participate in some gay shit as a kid.
Yeah,
Pretty
Mr.
sure
Conger,
that's
you should
relevant.
take another caution from me about saying the word shit and speaking negatively about gay people.
If I don't want to live that life, I shouldn't have to.
Oh, I'm certainly not trying to make you do anything that you don't want to do.
Yes, you are, and you never say it because it's just there. Everybody knows.
Well, I'll file a lawsuit when I get out of here then if I had to. Yeah.
I mean, that's your right as a citizen of this great country, sir. not too bad. Not the player. I'll open the player from your disk. That's fine. I could copy the player to this. Is that the bottleneck?
Yeah, bottleneck. Actually,
Well, the thing is, this thing's 10 times bigger than the other thing.
yeah, that's.
Is it going to copy?
I hope so.
It's not going to copy. Yeah, Mr. Conger, while this is copying, it's going to take a minute. Let's go through and talk about the motions in limine real quick. Did you get a copy of the state's motions in limine?
No. Oh, you can't get it to work?
It's working. I just have to copy something over. It's going to take a few minutes because it's a massive file. Meantime, I'm going to print this motions in limine for you.
Your Honor, I believe we also did this the last time we were in court, so he was.
Oh, we already went through the motions in limine?
No, not gone through it, but given him a direct copy. So if you can't recall that, that's.
Well, I sent you my jury selection and all that. You got a problem with that too, or what?
What jury selection did you send me?
I sent you it, man.
Your Honor, I think that was page 3, that thing that says jury selection, Jessica Napinski.
Oh,
While he's held to the same standard, I do not believe he understands how jury selection works, that it's not you get to pick whoever out of the community you wish to have.
oh.
Well, that's what I thought you
Bless you. Yeah, Mr. Conger, I gave you printed copy of the motions in limine at our last hearing. I didn't make any ruling about them, though.
Correct.
So the first one's called jury nullification. Do you have any objection to the state's motion in limine number 1?
wait, can you repeat that? I wasn't listening.
The state filed motions in limine. I gave you the motions in limine last time we were in court, presented them to you in your hand.
What is
And we didn't get a chance, though, to go through them to see whether you object because I wanted you to digest them.
I don't remember that. What is it?
The motions in limine are the preliminary motion related to admissibility of different evidence and conduct of these proceedings.
I don't remember ever getting nothing like that.
Okay, well, it happened last time we were in court.
don't
There's
think
on the
we got
open
that.
record, and it's in my order from the last court hearing.
I didn't get that.
Okay, well, I'll give you a working copy. It's printing. We can let it print while we go through the first couple pages here. So the first one is on jury nullification. Give any objection to state's motion in limine number 1?
Yes, I believe I should get acquitted.
But do you object?
Yeah.
You object to state's motion eliminating number one?
Yeah, I believe I should get acquitted. Yep.
But so the question is, you object to state's motion eliminating number one. Do you object, sir?
Yeah.
You do object. Okay, so we'll note the defendant's objection for the record to state's motion eliminating number one, and we will grant motion eliminating number one over the defendant's objection. What about two?
Yeah, object, sir.
You want to?
Yep.
Commissioner, object to all of them?
Every problem, but
Well, that's why I gave them to you last hearing, so you could do that on your own time rather than what you're doing now.
yeah, if it's trying to say everybody's subject about this is problem with that saying can't make arguments.
If you want to go,
I need to go buy a stick of RAM. That's what I need.
force prior bad acts, sir.
My computer has eight gigs of RAM. So, if anybody knows what that means, it means I should not even be able to play videos. It's a good computer. It just doesn't have enough RAM. Everything else is brilliant, but it doesn't matter because it only has 8 gigs of RAM.
Say object.
You're going to object to four?
Yeah.
We'll grant four over the defendant's objection. Five? Possible effects on you if you're convicted?
Yeah, I get that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that.
You understand that five's just to prevent everybody from talking about what negative things could happen to you if you're convicted? You object to five, sir?
I object. Yep.
Okay, we'll note the objection to five. I'll grant five over the defendant's objection. What about six?
I think my phone might have more than that.
I'll just object anyway.
Okay, six is granted over the defendant's objection. What about seven? You have subpoena forms. You have subpoena forms. Can you see if you can get somebody to bring me 2 stamped subpoena forms up here?
Thank you, Jude. Thank you so much.
Object.
To seven. Seven will be granted over the defendant's objection. What about eight?
Object.
Eight's granted over the defendant's objection. Nine?
Object.
9's granted over the defendant's objection. 10?
Object just means you don't agree with it, right?
That's right.
Let's just object all of them. I don't know.
Well, 10's the last one. So do you object to 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So 10 is granted over the defendant's objection as well. All right. Looks like I've got a player up. Let me see.
Your Honor, will you need me to approach?
What's that?
Do you need me to approach?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It opens.
Maybe he can, but the prosecutor seems angry at this guy. He's waiting for this guy to say something wrong so he can jump on him.
All right. So, Mr. Conger, after your jury selection list, I guess there's more. Let me get to that. Oh, I see. Yeah, who's Jessica Naspinski?
Girl I made plans with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if she's on the jury panel or not. What happens is it's called the jury panel or veneer. That will come to me in a document. We'll try to get it by Thursday for both cases, and we'll send it out
He's asking if his friend is on the jury. I think he wants to put his friend on the jury.
to the jail.
Well,
You
yeah.
can see all the people that are going to be on the jury.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm trying to have her. I'm trying to stick with my white clothes, which are heaven sent from her. But I'm not trying to let anybody tell me how to dress in here. That's what I'm saying.
The only rule I'm going to have for you about what you wear is you're not allowed to wear jail garb. Okay.
Yeah.
Now here are two subpoenas that are sealed and signed by our clerk. You will need to all you need to do is put the address, the name of the person, and address under the part where it says you are hereby commanded to summon. Okay, and then we can do the rest. Normally we wouldn't, but we will do the rest. So I need their name and their address in there. You've got until tomorrow at 4 p.m. to do that.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get anybody's address.
I don't know either, but not my job.
Yeah.
It's your job.
Well,
I'm already doing more than what I normally would.
if you have their name, it should be good enough.
Incorrect.
Well, you guys don't give people a fair trial, then obviously.
Incorrect.
Your Honor, can state make a request?
What?
Just that he be advised that now that the motions in limine have been granted, anything that would be contained in there, he's not allowed to talk about during the course of the trial. I will do my part to be as fair as possible with giving him that information.
Right. Yeah. Just the advisement on the motions in limine, Mr. Conger, is that you need to read those and make every effort to understand what you're prohibited to talk about. Because if you talk about the stuff that is in the motions in limine that I just granted, then that can be a problem. If you violate that motion in limine, that can be a problem. It can result in a mistrial. And if the mistrial is your fault, it's going to do away with your speedy trial that you've worked so hard to get. So
I don't understand why I'm not allowed to talk about anything. I should be able to talk about what I want to.
you can't talk about everything you want to because some of it's prohibited by those motions in limine.
That don't make no sense.
But you can put on your case.
I'm not allowed to talk about nothing that happened in the discovery. That's what you're saying?
Well, you're definitely allowed to talk about what happened in the discovery. You're allowed to talk about your side of the case, sir. You're not allowed to talk about those things you're limited.
I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about.
Well, you're not.
Don't make no sense. You don't give people a fair trial. That's what it seems like to me.
That is a fair trial.
No, it ain't.
It's what our rules demand, sir.
Just like I don't know how I'm supposed to get these addresses. It's impossible. Impossible when you're trying to tell me I'm getting a fair trial.
Do you not have access to a computer at the law library at the jail?
I still can't get their addresses. You don't even have Officer Moore's nurse's name in the discovery. How am I supposed to get her address if I don't know her name?
As far as I know, she's not going to be a witness, so she wouldn't be in your discovery.
Yeah, well, I have a right to cross-examine whatever witness I want. Why you get to tell me who I can and can't choose?
Well,
It's
because
not a fair
I have
trial.
a gatekeeping function about what evidence is relevant and what evidence is not. If you want to get the medical records from the hospital, normally you would send them a discovery request. You could find out all the people that you want to find out, and then you'd be able to call them as witnesses.
Well, I'm gonna be sure to bring that point up again in my trial. Then I don't care.
Be sure to bring it up, sir, so you can have a record for your appeal.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I would advise him that he cannot bring that up based on one of the previous.
I'm going to
That's
anyway.
gonna violate, and he's now saying he's going to actively violate the motions in limine as it is to sit here, Your Honor. Because that would inherently violate the state's discovery.
That's ridiculous, man. There's a reason why you don't want me to say nothing. A reason why you don't want me to say nothing. I'm gonna say it anyways. Got me messed up, man. Can't tell me what I can and can't say.
I most assuredly can. That's exactly what I do for a living, is tell people what they can and can't say in here. That's my whole job.
Freedom of speech.
Okay. Good luck with that, Mr. Conger. Trying to get this video up for you.
He does get the video up, but we don't get to see it.
Which time's our red flag set for? So, Mr. Conger, you know how jury selection works?
No, not really.
Let me paint a picture for you, okay? When you come in the courtroom next Tuesday morning, it's Tuesday?
Tuesday's the first.
Next Tuesday morning, there's going to be people in every single one of these seats, all right? You're going to walk right down through the middle. You're going to sit right over here where the prosecutor's sitting right now, okay? He'll be sitting over here. And then I'm going to go through a little talk that I always give, and then I'm going to start the voir dire process by asking some easy questions that are jurisdictionally based, different things like that. See if anybody has like a real conflict of interest with their time or with knowing you or with knowing him or with knowing any of the witnesses, having any familiarity with the facts, circumstances of the case, different things like that, okay? And then you're going to have an opportunity to strike jurors. You have two different kinds of strikes, okay? One of those strikes is a strike for cause. Do you understand what a strike for cause is without me explaining it?
No.
Strikes for cause is if you think somebody is like biased or prejudiced or that there's some sort of a reason why they should be dismissed from the jury because they have like an inherent bias or something against you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
The other kind is a strike that you can make. You have up to 10 of the other kind just because you don't like them. You don't have to state any reason why.
Yeah.
You just don't like the fact that they're, you don't like their job maybe on the sheet. You don't like an answer they gave you when you ask them questions, or you don't like the way they looked at you. You don't have to tell anybody that.
I get to eliminate 12 of them. That's what you're saying.
You get to eliminate 10 that way, 3 the other way. I mean, I'm sorry, you have unlimited strikes for cause. I apologize. You have unlimited strikes for cause and 10 the other way, okay? Preemptory is what they're called, all right? So you're going to have slips of paper up at the front of the table here that you're sitting at, but it's going to be this table over here. You're going to write down something on that piece of paper, whatever juror number you don't like, whether it's 12 or 11 or whoever, whatever their number is, you're going to write that and bring it up to me
They're
when
gonna
we do
come up.
strikes.
They're gonna come up one by one, introduce themselves or something.
Not at all. They're going to be sitting over here in the box. This podium right here is going to be pointed this way towards them.
So if
And you're
I,
going to stand at that podium and ask them questions if you want to
oh, okay.
and have a little chat with them.
If I happen to know them and I don't like them because I know of their past or something like that, I'm gonna.
If you know them, we'll already have that fleshed out because I will have asked them that question in advance.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
If they know you, you may know them.
Yeah.
It's Hammer. I don't know why this isn't letting me drag a file onto it and playing. Oh, now it says it's loading all of a sudden. Just take stages, huh?
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was just wanted to make the court aware that we can play it. It just takes when it's not. I wasn't necessarily planning on playing it today, so I didn't have it preloaded for the court.
Is it pretty much at the marker spot?
Yeah, it's pretty close. If you scroll through the yeah, if you scroll just 11 to the green along the bottom, or if you just let it play too.
Can you see this, Mr. Conger?
Yeah.
Was that you walking?
Yeah, that's me.
I do have an update on the trial. I do. I'm going to tell you at the end.
You walking?
I didn't even have those bands at the bottom until now.
Don't show up.
Okay, Your Honor. This
Is it going to happen in here?
Your Honor, these are supposed to be simultaneous, so it catches both angles.
I just didn't know if I should enlarge the copy.
Your Honor, it's significantly, I think it's okay based on what we're seeing.
They're coordinated. They're on the same stamp. No, they're not. They're off by 21 seconds.
I think that's a timestamp thing, Your Honor. I'm not entirely sure.
It's gonna show I didn't touch him, and then it's gonna show him trying to
Hey,
break.
Mr. Conger, why don't we watch it and see what it shows? It's like jail TV.
It's gonna show he tried to break my leg.
The video on the left is faster.
Correct.
And Your Honor, you don't have to worry. There is no sound for any of this. The video recording at the jail does not have sound.
That's what the video looks like. You seen enough?
Yeah, you can't really see it clearly. He's trying to break my leg in there. You see him trying to break my leg? Now I'm getting charged with breaking his leg or something. He got me in an ankle lock trying to break my leg. It felt like my leg was going to snap. I talked to him in C5. I said, what happened to your leg? I don't see Officer Moore with a cast on. I seen him more than a couple times. I ain't seen him with a cast on or none of that stuff, man.
So I've showed you the video, Mr. Conger. Are you satisfied with what you've seen?
Yeah, I'm satisfied. How come I talked to him in C5 a little bit of time after that? I said, what happened to your leg? He said,
I could read people's minds, Mr. Conger. I'd make short work of this job. I'll tell you that.
he said, he told me, that was another officer. So that's a fake document, sir. That's a fake document you trying to tell me. Because he told me in the
Mr. Conger, you're not going to be able to say that's a fake document in front of the jury.
I
Understand that?
I will anyway.
Well, there's going to be a mistrial then.
I don't care.
Well, I do. You're going to spend a lot of resources to come into trial here and cause a big scene and make everything like out of sorts and crazy.
I don't care, man.
Oh,
why am I not allowed to say anything that goes against what you're talking about?
Because it's not relevant.
Because it's not a fair trial. I don't want to hear that.
It's not relevant.
It's not a fair trial, obviously.
It's not relevant.
It's not fair. How is that not relevant?
Because it has nothing.
I'm gonna say what I want. You're not gonna tell me what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say what I want.
Well, Mr. Conger, then you're going to be held in contempt. I want to start today with the contempt finding.
Let me just get out of here, man.
Well,
I'm done with it.
We're not done.
I'm done.
We're not done.
I see you at trial. I see you at trial.
I'm not done yet, sir.
I'm done. I want to see you at trial.
I am not done, Mr. Conger. You are not done here. We have more work to do before I can see you at trial next week. Okay? There's a couple other things we have to go through. Firstly, I talked about jury selection a little bit. I told you what's going to happen with the jury selection, how you're going to come up here and let me know about your strikes. You understand that?
Yeah.
You understand that? Yeah. Now I'm going to tell Mr. Hammer what to say here in a second. Maybe that'll make you feel good, or what not to say. Okay. You're going to have jury selection. There's a level 6 case and there's a level 5 case. Level 6 case has 6 jurors. Level 5 case has 12 jurors. You're going to have 15 minutes to do your voir dire for the level 6 and 30 minutes to do your voir dire for the level 5. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Hammer's going to have the same thing. So Mr. Hammer's not going to stand up like he normally does and talk about himself or talk about the prosecutor's office or talk about trying to convince jurors about how burdens of proof work or talk about trying to soften them to the fact that he only has 1 or 2 witnesses and they shouldn't hold him accountable for the fact that he only has a couple witnesses. He's not going to do that kind of stuff. Yeah. He's going to talk about proper voir dire questions, and that's all. Mm-hmm. And so are you. You understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll see how you do.
I can see that, but me talking about me having a conversation with him in C5 and stuff like that. Him tell me, oh, it wasn't him that broke his leg. It was another officer and stuff like that. Him telling me that, I'm gonna say what I have to say.
You can ask him that question.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think you can ask him that question. Is that something you're going to ask him? When he's on the witness stand?
Probably, yeah. That's what he told me. How come he didn't have a cast or nothing?
Okay. What happens after jury selection?
I'm gonna need that footage too. I need that as evidence. I need him coming in. I need that as evidence.
Well, then you're going to have to ask him the question, sir.
I need that as evidence. I need footage of him coming in C5 talking to me after that. With him with no cast on and stuff like that.
Then you're going to have to ask him the question, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I need the footage of him coming in C5 when he came in C5 after that.
I don't understand what you mean. You want the video for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
With him coming in C5 talking to me without a cast on.
What's the date?
I don't know the date. Just the next time. Just the next time he came and talked to me. I need whatever date that was. The next time he came and talked to me when I was in
Mr. Conger, again, I'm not a mind reader, sir.
I did a whole month in there. It's
by tomorrow at 4. If you want some specific video from the jail, I need to know the date and close to the time that you had a conversation with the guy. Okay?
I don't know how. I could give you a month time frame. I don't know how I'm supposed to get the exact date.
Well, you're going to have to come up with it. Come up with a date range. That's fine. Come up with something more than just trying to suggest that you had a conversation with him in the hallway and expecting me to figure that out.
All right.
I can't do it.
Yep. I need the footage for that.
What happens after jury selection is called opening statements. Have you ever heard of opening statements before?
Let me say one more thing. It's not hard to figure out. All the correctional officers have schedules. I'm sure all the correctional officers have schedules of what they're doing. So I just need to gotta look at their schedule and come up with the next time he came in C5.
However you want to manage it's fine with me. Just let me know sometime before 4 o'clock
right.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. After the jury selection, we're going to have opening statements. Have you prepared an opening statement for both cases? Both cases.
No, I can't say I have.
Are you going to write something down you're going to talk to the jurors about?
I was planning on I was planning on opening a statement if I beat my trial. Yeah.
Well, you have to do it well before the evidence starts. You have to do an opening statement after the state makes their opening statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you need to have something prepared to talk to them about.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
something prepared. Yeah.
Before that, actually, I read the instructions to them as well.
All right.
You understand that?
Yeah.
And we'll get a copy of the proposed instructions out to you on Thursday at the same time we get the jury panel out to you. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like you're just saying yes because you're trying to get out of here.
No, I understand.
After the opening statements, the state's going to put in their case.
Yeah.
They're going to start calling witnesses.
Yeah.
So the way the flow of evidence works is that he calls a witness, he questions him first. It's a thing called direct examination, right?
Uh-huh.
After that, you cross-examine him, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets the chance after you do a cross-examination to do a redirect. You understand that?
Yeah.
And normally we're supposed to just end it there,
Right.
all right? But if you have some burning need, like every other lawyer who comes through this court seems to feel like they do, to do a recross, you can ask me for permission to recross, and I'll let you know if you can do that or not, okay?
Right.
All right. After that, state's done with their case. They'll rest. They'll say the magic words, state rests. And then you get a chance to put on your witnesses, if any of them are here.
Okay.
Or testify yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Do you plan to testify?
Yeah.
You're going to testify in both cases.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, after you rest, then I give a few more instructions to the jury. You all give your closing arguments, and then I give them a couple more instructions, and they go and they deliberate.
Uh-huh.
Once they're done with that, they come back in, we read a verdict off, and then it's either guilty or not, right?
Right.
And then whatever happens after that is, if it's guilty, I set you for sentencing. If it's not guilty, then you come back the next day for the next trial. Or if it's the second day and you've been acquitted the day before, then you go back to the jail, you book out, and that's that. Okay?
Oh, so I could get acquitted on the first day, is what you saying?
You could get acquitted out of both trials,
No, he can't. Come on, Judge. Tell him no.
as far as I know.
Yeah, on the first day and not come back the second day?
You'll come back the second day because there's two trials.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
One thing has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have questions about how we'll proceed?
No, I got it.
Okay. Do you have questions about, do you have any written exhibits? Do you have any paper exhibits you're going to put in?
What do you mean by that?
Do you have any evidence by way of exhibits that you plan to ask me to admit into the record for the jury to consider during their deliberations?
I didn't. This is my first time hearing about what do you mean by exhibits? Like a written piece of paper is an exhibit?
Do you have exhibits that you're going to try to admit into evidence? State's going to admit those photos that I just gave you.
Yeah.
They're going to put numbers on those. I just want to make sure you understand we only use numbers. We don't use letters on our exhibits. Okay?
Yeah.
So we'll number those for you.
I can't really think of any right now. Just have it in by the morning.
So tomorrow you owe me addresses for Poor and Conger, Justin, and then we'll get subpoenas out for those two. Just put them on those forms, give them to the jail folks. They'll get them over to us by fax, or we'll have them go serve them themselves or something. We'll work it out from there. And then you also owe me something else. You were going to give me something else.
How am I supposed to have the two officers arrest me their addresses? How am I supposed to get Officer Moore's nurse's address?
Your Honor,
Supposed to
I think you already
figure it
ruled-
out.
I think you already ruled on.
You got to figure it out.
All right. Well,
And Your Honor, the other thing was the timestamp of this video that he's now requesting from the jail was the other thing.
Correct.
yeah. Yep.
Okay?
All right. Yeah. I asked the other COs what time that was, and I'll get a time of that.
Okay.
That might be my exhibit. Well, I might have a print out a schedule or whatever. That might be my exhibit.
Okay. Any questions about anything?
No.
Anything further, State?
Just that if he does get additional discovery, he has an obligation, like any other lawyer, to turn it over immediately
Absolutely.
and not on the eve of trial if he gets it before then.
Well, it's going to be on the eve of trial, Chris. We're already on the eve of trial.
So you could it's got another witness on there. You could just say it's not relevant, or you can read it now if you want to.
What is it?
It's just.
Is that for me?
I think it's basically about them not showing.
That.
Yeah.
It's something you want to mail to me?
Yeah.
You're not going to have time to use this mail to get stuff to me tomorrow afternoon. You need to give it to the people so I can have a fax or something.
I'm coming back here tomorrow.
No.
Who do I got to give it to?
Somebody to jail. Yeah.
Last time they tried to tell me I can't give it to them. They tried to deny me this.
You need footage of you resisting in the Porter County Jail. We just watched that, correct?
Yeah, it's probably something we
And
already.
pictures of Officer Moore's injuries. I just gave you those.
Yeah.
And Dwayne The Rock Johnson subpoenaed. Yeah.
You just read.
We all need a little
I would
Dwayne
say,
The Rock Johnson.
It's denied that you want to subpoena Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I don't believe he's going to have anything relevant to talk about at the trial. We'll make sure this gets uploaded as well. I need that stamped as well. That needs to go in there too. Wasted a stamp on that one. Okay. Good?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, how's come last time? How's come last time? I tried to ask them if I could turn something into them through the correctional office. They told me they just fed me a story that they gotta ask somebody if they can or can't do that, and they tried to act like I wasn't allowed to do that.
I don't know. I generally believe that when somebody tells me something like that, that there is some sort of administrative process they have to go through to actually do the thing that you're trying to get done because they're trying to protect and keep people safe and all this.
So what if I try to get them to do what you just asked me to, and they tell me no once again?
Well, I think they're going to understand that I asked you to, right?
Well, they didn't understand last time.
Did you invoke the power of Judge Fish and say, Judge Fish told me to ask you to do this?
Yeah, I told them that. and
Okay.
They wouldn't allow
Mr.
me.
Hammer, you want to approach and police this up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm staying right here. We're adjourned, but I got another hearing, so you're free to go. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, you can take as long as you need.
So I didn't go through March 18th yet for Judge Fish, but we did go through Tuesday, March 17th with Judge Fish, and this guy never showed up. I didn't mean it that way. This guy didn't show up on the docket for trial. So something happened between this hearing, I think this was the 10th or the 11th, and the 17th, that stopped the first trial. Now I still have to look at the 18th. I'll look at that today and see if he shows up for his second trial on the 18th. But so we might see him in trial on the 18th. But I really wouldn't hold your breath. That's going to go to trial. Something happened with the first one, which means something's probably going to happen with the second one. Let's do one more. I was going to stop, but I think we can just do one more short one. Okay, this one. Here we go.
All right, this is 22 F468, State versus Michael Carpenter. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, so we're here on an alleged violation of placement. I know that we had to do a writ to have Mr. Carpenter here.
Yes.
And so what are we doing today, Mr. Keller?
Well, Judge, I've spoken with Mr. Carpenter. Mr. Carpenter is willing to admit the violation of being charged in federal court, because I think that's how the violation reads without getting into the, I guess, substantive matters.
Right.
of what he's
I mean, yeah, the violation says that he was arrested by federal agents on
Yes.
November 19th.
Correct.
Okay. All right. And then was the intent to set the matter over for sentencing, or what was
Judge,
the intent?
I mean, I guess. I
Probably
guess,
need a credit time report at minimum.
well,
but-
the violation says that Mr. Carpenter was going to be released April 3rd, so I'm assuming.
Right, but that was back in November of 2025.
I love Judge Fish too. I do.
Yes, but I'm assuming that since he was in custody, I don't think he's ever been out of custody on this day because this is a placement violation. So I believe
Except he was arrested and is in federal custody.
Well, that's kind of the $64,000 question.
Right, because, I mean, we are now having to get orders to writ him
Correct.
in. So I think he would be considered to be in their custody as of November 19th. So not in ours, because he was arrested from
Yes,
Dukem Center.
yes. And Judge, I guess either way, I was going to ask, yeah, either he's in custody and he's getting credit time and he's going to be out April 3rd, or he's not. And I understand that the court can't just terminate the sentence because he is serving an executed
Right.
sentence. But I guess my position is if he's serving an executed sentence, I don't think the feds can dip in and, well, I know they can.
Right.
But I
I
think-
wouldn't say that they do what they do.
They do what they do, but my
So-
understanding is that he's been in continual custody on this matter since November, understanding that he's being writted over here.
Right. So, well, and a warrant wasn't even issued in this case until November 30th. So actually, he was in federal custody before he was in custody on this case.
Except that even before the federal case, he
Well,
was
right, he was
in custody on
serving
this
an
case.
executed sentence,
Yes.
right, but, so I don't know. I mean, I can order a credit time report. I mean, we can proceed to sentencing today just with sort of an unknown credit time issue.
Yes, Judge.
All right. So, Mr. Carpenter, understand that when a notice of violation of placement is filed, you have the right to request an evidentiary hearing. At the hearing, witnesses would testify, evidence would be presented. It would have to be proven to me by a preponderance of that evidence, meaning that it's more likely than not that you did actually violate the terms of your placement. At the hearing, you'd have the right to a lawyer, the right to confront and cross-examine any witnesses, the right to call witnesses of your own, and the right to appeal if I ruled against you. If you admit to the violation today, though, you're giving up your right to that hearing and the rights that go along with it. Do you understand all of that?
Yes,
And do you wish to make an admission to the alleged violation today?
yes, I would.
All right, I'll have you please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties for perjury that any statements you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
All right, Mr. Keller?
Sure. Mr. Carpenter, back on December 11th of 2024, you were resentenced in this matter to an executed sentence through St. Joe County Community Corrections. Is that correct?
yes,
And one of the conditions was that you don't get arrested for anything else. Is that correct?
yep,
And on November 19th, you were in fact arrested by the federal government and charged in federal court with a violation of distribution of 50 grams or more of methamphetamine. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay.
All right, anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you understand then, Mr. Carpenter, you've admitted to that violation of placement. I'm going to let Mr. Keller speak as to how we move forward with sentencing. If the state has anything to say, the state will have an opportunity to. If there's anything you wish to say, you'll have a chance to as well.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Keller.
Judge, as well as I think as I tipped my hand before, Mr. Carpenter was in custody, serving an executed sentence when the federal warrant came down, understanding that he is being writted into court today. But my understanding is that, his out date on this case would have been April 3rd, which meant he would have served the entirety of the executed portion of the sentence. I would ask that the court find that there is a violation of his placement, and find that his sentence will be, served on April 3rd of this year.
Is the state making any argument?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Carpenter, is there anything that you wanted to say?
Well,
I think that's the most meth we've had in any of our cases here so far.
I know I messed up or whatever, with this whole Fed thing. And when I was at Duke Mill, I did do, all the programming. I kind of felt the peer pressure a little bit with this whole thing. But I was doing right. I was in college and everything. I was out the way. I know when I got my original sentence was 18 months executed, 18 months suspended, and I messed up, and you gave me another chance and sent me back to Dukem and gave me all my backup time. And like I said, and with this the other federal thing, I am facing a significant amount of time, and I would like to not have to come back for just a couple of months or days or whatever it is. You know what I'm.
Sure. Problematically, I don't know that I am in as much control over that as the feds are.
Right.
So
No,
I am going to order that you serve the balance of the sentence, Mr. Carpenter.
See,
And
now,
then
if she wouldn't have said those words right there, then she would have been in complete control.
Gail, I will order a credit time report. I recognize that you were, serving the executed sentence and then in the jail. I'm going to guess that probation is going to credit the time from what, at minimum, from when the feds picked you up to when our warrant was issued, to the federal case. I'll try to sort it out. So it's, at least as the least amount of time that you have to do in this case based on the time you've already spent in custody is what happens. I just don't know how the credit time report is going to shake out. And I'm sure the federal the courts are calculating the time attributed to their case from the date that they arrested you. And you can't get credit for both at the same, you can't get credit in two cases for the same time. But
is there any way I could just get time served, basically?
Well, no, this was an executed sentence, Mr. Carpenter. It's not me just being able to discharge you from probation or something like that.
So even though I had 18 months executed, 18 months suspended, and then because I messed up, I've been past 18 months, but because you gave me all my backup time.
Right.
So that's
I unsuspended that suspended time and made it an executed sentence when you violated your probation.
Okay.
And so
I just understand that.
Yeah, right. It's not suspended anymore. If you were still on probation, one of the options is discharging you from probation. It becomes a little bit different when it's an executed sentence that you're serving. And then, as we talked about then, the question is, where do you serve it? So like I said, once I get the credit time report, I'll do the best I can do to ensure that as much credit as possible goes toward this case. And so if we can have it so that you're released on April 3rd on this case, we can. But I think at minimum, there's some time between when the marshals arrested you and then our warrant was issued. So that it's a matter of days, but I think there is some time in there too. So
Okay, just Bobby, the 18 months is not for the 50 grams of meth, 50 or more grams of meth. The 18 months is what he had. He had broken the law before, and he was incarcerated for 18 months. He was supposed to be incarcerated for 18 months. They put him on probation for 18 months instead, and one of the terms of there was he wasn't allowed to break the law again. He broke the law again. So the judge just said, okay, you have to serve all of your time now. There's no suspended time. You have to serve it all. He still has that federal case with the 50 plus grams of meth that he has to go through and get sentenced on that. He was coming in here hoping, since he was April, he would have finished his 18 months probation for that other case in April. He came in here and he was just like, can I just have time served? I mean, can I just have time served? And she's like, no, you have to do 18 months now. So now what they're thinking is that they're going to put him in jail right now. They're going to take him to the jail. And they want him to do his 18 months before they give him back to the feds. I don't think that's going to work. I think the feds are going to come take him. But they're going to try. We're not going to know what happens. But we do know he's serving his 18 months. If the feds come and get him, it'll just be consecutive to whatever he has to do with the feds. If they don't come take him, then he does his 18 months now, and then he deals with his fed case.
I'll figure it out to the best of my ability. I'll order a credit time report that will normally be to me within a day or two. And I'll get the order then prepared once I receive that.
If you don't mean him, who do you mean? Because that would be a crazy coincidence if you're talking about another case that got 18 months.
I'll order the credit time report today.
I get it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Monica, how can you forget to mention Bren when we're talking about 50 grams of meth? That's just wrong. Monica, that's just wrong. Don't worry, Bren. I thought about you when I heard about all that meth. Are you saying my microphone's not working? Are you trying to say my microphone's not working? I'm going to lose my... Alright, guys. Alright, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just going to keep rolling forward. Yeah, I know, but remember Judge Johnson wouldn't let the feds keep his prisoner. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think so. Jude, I doubt it. I doubt the papers will. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, come on, Lady Frost. Eat that bottle. Alright, guys. If you're here for court, it's over. I have a story. If you're here for court, it's over. But guess what? So Saturday I went to work, right? Zach showed up with his daughter. I got to meet Zach and his daughter at my job. It was so great. His daughter is freaking adorable. But it was really, really, really nice to see him in person. It's funny because I talked to all you people in chat, and some of you have little pictures in your icons, and some of you throw up some pictures in Discord, which are great, but it doesn't really, you still don't really know what they look like until you meet them in person. Zach was way different than I thought, because in his picture he has that great big hat on, so I thought he would be like more Amish. No, he was a regular dude, don't worry. But it was great. It was great. They saw a show, and I think his daughter liked it, I hope. I don't think she liked the food, but I think she liked the show. So, that's good. Yep, I'm waiting, Bren. I'm waiting. Come and see a show. I'll give you a ticket for free. No, I have no idea what you look like. I look different than what the camera adds filters to get rid of my wrinkles. So when you see me in real life, I look my age. I'm so happy that he was able to go, Sherry. It was so cool. It was just so cool seeing him. Alright, guys. It's time to get the day started. Man, it's almost 6:30 already. We have to get moving. I believe you, JK. I believe you, because you never lie. Do not believe anything JK says. Ever. Alright, guys. I am going to go. I hope you guys have a great, great, great day. I will see you all in a few. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's got that grace. Come join the fun, it's a welcoming place. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her style is classy, she's always top shelf. Don't take my word, come and see for yourself. Her cases are new with a twist or two. I really like them, I believe you will too. A little lifeline passed along in rhyme. Why don't you join us? It's a guaranteed good time. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's got that grace. Come join the fun, it's a welcoming place. And so in conclusion, I'll wrap up this song. I hope I didn't miss anything that would be wrong. Hope I see you around. Don't stay on the shelf, join in the laughter. Come and see for yourself.